was a wolf in the forest who liked to eat pigtails. One day he went to the village to make a plot on the pigs. He first went to the first pig's house and knocked on his door. When the pig looked out, when the pig opened the door, there was no wolf. The wolf had sneaked behind the pig, and it took off the pig's tail and ate it. And ran away.
이상한 이야기다. 어? 진짜 있는 얘기야?
나 안 들리고 있어. And next, he went to the next house. He did the same to the second pig. He did the same to the third pig. The pigs were all horrified. The pigs were angry. They made a plot. They went to the wolf's house. They did the same plot. They hid a knife in one of their boots. They hid a knife. The first pig hid a knife in his boot. He came to the wolf's door and knocked on it. There was no pig outside. The wolf looked but saw nothing because there was no pig. And the pig was behind the wolf. And he did the same trick to the wolf. The pig cut the wolf's tail, and the wolf was angry and turned around to see a pig.
어떻게 됐어?
Now he grabbed the pig's ears and ate them. He also took the pig's eyelashes.
어?
눈꺼풀 뗀 거야.
이상하다. 엄마는 이런 얘기는 싫어. 엄마는 페어리테일 좋아한단 말이야. 뭐 꼬리 떼고 귀 떼고 눈 떼고 뭐야 이게. 다른 얘기 해줘.
And he get a couple of crab claws and stabbed him in the hooves. And his hooves, he curved his hooves round. Now, and his foot round too, so that he couldn't walk. And he threw him back to the village.
아니, 이런 얘기는
Put
싫다고.
him in a cannon and blasted it at the second pig's house. And the second pig's house was ruined. And the first pig was angry. Very angry. So, the pig blasted a cannonball lit with fire at the wolf's house. The wolf was sitting on the couch. He felt an infinite sharp pain, and it burned. It burned, of course, because it was a fire. Only wolves. There was a tail, and now there isn't a tail spot. Yes, the tail. The middle of the hip bone. 여기 말이야.
정우야, 엄마는 피그테일 말고 페어리테일 얘기해달라니까.
그런데 fairy tale은 non-fiction. 그냥 막 long ago there was a magical fairy who turned bad kids into ashes and good kids into princesses. honey, 그건 싫어. 왜냐고? I hate princesses. You know that? Yeah.
엄마는 페어리테일 좋아. 이런 피그테일 얘기는 별로라고. 처음 들어봐. 이런 이상한
Long
얘기.
ago there was a fairy who turned a toilet into a horse and a house into a chariot and rode on the horse. And the spell went only for 1 second, and it turned into a toilet, and it turned back into a toilet, and the fairy fell to the toilet, and the chariot bumped into the toilet, causing the switch to break and the water to whirl, and the fairy goes through down the drain and down the drain and disappeared forever.
뭐야 이게? 끝났어? 이 페어리테일이야? 아니 이런 거 말고 프린세스 나오고 프린세스 나오고 이런 거
Once there was a
해달라고.
little princess who liked to eat blueberry gums. She chewed and chewed and chewed. She chewed at night. She chewed until the dawn. She chewed and chewed and chewed until one day the king and queen couldn't stand it. They made the girl open her mouth and took out the gum with tweezers. But when they took out the gum with tweezers, they had to open her mouth. So they got her to open her mouth and took the tweezers and looked in her mouth, took out the blueberry gum, and was horrified because they just saw that the princess hadn't had any teeth. Why? They rotted away. So they had to go to the dentist to buy a new set of fake teeth.
원카 아빠 아니야?
Now, she liked eating the most, so she ate chicken, bread, rice, and everything. But she became too fat. And fat. She ate and ate and never did anything except ate until one day her stomach popped. So she went to the doctor and did a surgery and had her stomach again.
그만. 엄만 이런 이야기는 싫다고 했잖아.
Hilarious. Ridiculous. spectacular.
응? 땅 같다. 빌런
Was
같다.
spectacular.
이제 자. 늦었어.
또 뭐 웃긴 거 말해줘. 또 뭐 말해주고 싶어.
페어리테일 해달라니까 피그테일로 시작해서
난 프리티
이상한
몰라.
얘기로 끝났어.
응.
이상한 얘기로 끝났어.
Long ago, there was a princess and a prince who loved each other. But
됐어.
then an evil rabbit came
응?
and bothered them. The prince stood out with his sword protecting the princess, but the evil rabbit was angry and turned the prince into a frog. And the princess cried and cried and kissed the frog, and the frog turned back into a prince, and they married. The end. Okay. Frog and the Prince 네 버전이에요. 내 생각에는 근데 그거 내가 만들어낸 거 아니야. 진짜 그렇게 조금 돼 있는 플레이를 내가 봤어.